the average family watching this or listening to this podcast, what are your suggestions of how they can weather this, prepare for what's coming, because you believe that things will be worse before they get better?
I don't think they're getting better. I just think things are just going to get progressively worse for poor people, because this country has shown over and over again they don't care about poor
So how does someone prepare or try to minimize the effect of some of these things going on in the economy? What are your opinions?
I personally would, if you're going, you got to work together. Like, for me, it all comes down to, can you work together well enough to not get beat in the head with it? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, people don't like each other, right? Like, when you grow up, you want your own family, your own space, and you know what I mean? Like, people got trauma out here.
No, I get it. I mean, some of the people that you talk to won't even admit that there's a war going on. They don't even recognize what's going on around them, because, and I think that's conditioning too. If I'm worried about paying my bills day to day, I don't have time to have these deep conversations or even think about
like, what are you talking about, old head?
Exactly. Right. So my suggestion would be, really, we talk about investing, we talk about all these unique products, but I would think that it goes back to learning how to live off the land, and learning to save, right? Because we've moved into, culturally speaking, moved into this space of everybody chasing a dollar and not recognizing, the real value is in the land and people. Let's say both, my point and Corey's point. So it's why, like, my new obsession on social media, which sounds crazy because I shouldn't be obsessing over anything on social media, but I love finding people that are like Black farmers that are living off the land. It's like, it's
funny.
No, it is though. That's my new thing. I love finding them. It is because there's a lot of them out there, and it's like,
no, for sure.
I love finding our people who are in non-traditional spaces. Like, I was telling Toya this the other day. She sent me a page of this dude who's like a cowboy. He's a straight cowboy, but he's a brother. And it's the funniest, but also the most amazing thing to see. I love finding our people who are in just non-traditional spaces that you see that aren't represented well in, say, popular culture. I like seeing those folks.
I want to live in one or two places. I want to live next to people I like or away from everybody. Like, I don't like, it can't be, I don't want no middle ground. I want to live, like in a place where, where you and Kamari and you know what I mean? Like, we all
around people that have the same idea.
I like can live near each other. Or I want to live completely away from everybody, but nobody talk to me and leave me alone.
That has to be strategic. And I'm not even going to get into a deeper conversation, but I've seen other cultures literally do that. I've seen other cultures go into a neighborhood, move into a neighborhood, and their family or friends overpay just to get into that neighborhood. But they've built literally a community that, like,
the first three things they build: a bank, school. The first thing they build is a bank, a school, and a place to work, like a business or something.
Or a place to worship.
Because a place to worship, because culture could tie them together, right?
Yep.
So a bank, a school or religious place.
And as an aside, I'm not talking about one culture. I've seen multiple cultures.
No, I'm not talking about one culture either.
Yeah.
I'm talking
the funny thing is,
different kinds of culture.
I'm talking about right here in Philadelphia.
The neighborhood I used to live in, I used to live right there near 47th and Chester. And I watched these Vietnamese people come. They built a church, a school, and a bank. They got a Vietnamese bank around there. Like, they did all this in 5 years. Like, it ain't take them 50 years or 200 years. They did this in 5 years.